second here. My cat wants to be with me while we film this intro.
Born in 1932 in Boston, Massachusetts, Sylvia Plath is one of the best-known American female poets of the 20th century and has been credited with advancing the genre of confessional poetry. She started writing at a young age and had her first poem published when she was still a teenager. She was a gifted student and writer, winning several awards, and at the end of the day, merely a human being. Her life ultimately came to a tragic end, but in the short time that she was alive, she was able to produce an incredible amount of very good work, including the award-winning poetry collection The Colossus and Other Poems, a semi-autobiographical novel The Bell Jar, as well as the poetry collection Ariel, which was published posthumously. Maybe knowing how she spent her day-to-day life could give us some insight into how she achieved as much as she did in such a limited time.
Fever. 103. Pure, what does it mean? The tongues of hell are dull, dull as the triple tongues of dull fat Cerberus who wheezes at the gate. Incapable of licking clean, the ague is tendon, the sin, the sin.
Sylvia is said to have struggled with sticking to a routine for most of her life, and she had several different routines over the course of her life, which she documented, luckily for us, in her journals and in her letters that she wrote to her mother. When she and her husband Ted Hughes were first married, they were said to have dedicated between 4 to 6 hours of their day to writing, in the hours between 8:30 and 12:30 in the morning, and then again from 4 to 6 in the evenings. Then later, when they had children, Sylvia would work in the first half of the day between 9 a.m. and lunch. Then she would swap with Ted, who would work from after lunchtime until tea time. In the last year of her life, Sylvia and Ted separated, and Sylvia had to take care of their 2 children on her own. She was also using sedatives at the time to help her sleep, and so she would write in the mornings when the sedatives wore off between 4 and 5 in the morning, until her kids woke up at around 8. There isn't really much to be found out about what Sylvia did with the rest of her day unless you went and actually read all of her journal entries. So I'm just going to assume that what she did for the rest of the day when she wasn't writing is very similar to what we do these days. Cooking, putting on a load of laundry, scrolling through her phone for half an hour, reading, writing in her journal, and penning letters to friends and family. As I've mentioned, she had several different routines throughout her life, and I might do another video or 2 other videos where I follow each of the other routines as well, but for this routine I'm going to be following her routine that I assume she would have followed in her early 20s, because that's where I'm at in life now, and it's also the one where she spent the most time writing in her day. So I'm going to be following her earliest routine that I could find. I'm going to read out my hourly blocking for you so that I don't butcher it. So I'm going to assume, I'm full of cat hair now, I'm going to assume that she woke up around 6:30 according to all of the things I think she would have done before she started writing. So at 6:30 she would have woken up, you know, gotten ready for the day, had her breakfast, etc. Then at 8:30, between 8:30 and 12:30 she would write. From 12:30 to 2 I'm going to do lunch. Then from 2 until 4 there's time to clean, journal, do whatever else needs doing around the house, write letters to friends, which I'm not going to do because the postal service doesn't work, and also I don't have, you know, really that many people to write letters to. So then from 4 until 6 I'm going to write again. Then from 6 until 8 is dinner time, and then after 8 is time to relax, read, get ready for bed, etc, etc, and then I want to be in bed by 10. So without further ado, let's just get into it and follow a day in the life of Sylvia Plath. Good morning. Today has been a day already. I'm doing Sylvia Plath's daily routine, as you can tell, but I didn't think I was actually going to do it today because we have guests at the guest house this weekend, and they were partying and making so much noise until about 3 o'clock this morning. And I was in and out of sleep, so I honestly didn't think I was gonna do Sylvia Plath's routine today. But if I don't do it today, I'm not gonna have time to do it for the rest of this week until the video has come out. So I was just like, no, I'm gonna do it today. I did very little before I was supposed to start writing. I was planning on getting up at 6 and then doing like breakfast and showering and getting properly ready for the day. I was gonna do like fancy 70s hair, even though she didn't live in the 70s. It didn't happen because I only had an hour's time basically before I had to start working. So I just didn't. I've started working. It's 10:15 now. I did some proper work, like not just writing for me work that I'm actually being paid for this time that I've been here for like an hour and a half. And now I'm gonna start doing my own writing work, which is what this whole day is actually about. But I did have to get some work done today, so I did that quickly first before I settle down and let my creative juices flow. Let me stop yapping and get back to actually writing. It's now 12:30 and I have been writing for some time. It's now time for me to have lunch, but what I need to do first is I need to edit the thumbnail for my video that is going up today, so that I can publish it, because it is uploaded. It is just waiting for me to do the thumbnail. So I think I'm going to do that now quickly before I have lunch. I've made quite a bit of progress. I actually didn't think I was going to write very much today, because when I sat down I had no clue what I was going to write, and I was like, no, I need to continue this story that I'm busy with. Didn't have any idea how to carry on with it, and as soon as I sat down and looked at it, the thoughts started flowing, the ideas came to me, and I've just been writing. So it shows you don't always have to be inspired to write or to do something artistic. Sometimes if you just sit down and force yourself to do that thing, good things can actually happen. This is why writers probably have routines, because otherwise they would never write anything if they waited for inspiration to strike. So I've done some writing. I'm quickly going to edit a thumbnail, and then I'm going to have my lunch. just, as you can see, went for a walk through town to go and find some water, to go and buy water, and to just get out of the house a bit. And now I have been sitting here for a while writing some more, and it is now actually it's almost 6:20, and it is time for me to make my dinner. The bird is having a fun time on my roof. Or it's the guests downstairs, probably that. After I've had my dinner, I'll probably watch a movie. I would love to say that I'm gonna write some more or that I'm gonna read, but in fact, that is probably not true. I'm most likely gonna watch a movie. I also need to shower because my hair is quite... It's there, it's on its last day, it needs to be washed today. Let me go make my dinner, you can watch me make my dinner, it's gonna be so exciting.
I am too pure for you or anyone. Your body hurts me as the world hurts God. I am a lantern. My head a moon of Japanese paper, my gold-beaten skin infinitely delicate and infinitely expensive. Does not my heat astound you, and my light? All by myself I am a huge camellia, glowing and coming and going, flush on flush. I think I am going up. I think I may rise. The beads of hot metal fly, and I, love, I am a pure acetylene virgin, attended by roses, by kisses, by cherubim, by whatever these pink things mean. Not you, nor him, nor him, nor him. Myselves dissolving, old whore petticoats, to paradise.
It's the next day. I did Sylvia Plath's routine. I had a lot of fun doing it. Every time, I mean, I've only done one of these videos, but both times I've really enjoyed myself following other people's routines, and I've been really productive in writing as well, which is a great thing because I haven't written and actually sat down and focused on writing something of my own for a really long time. So it was really nice to have this sort of break from all of the other things that I was supposed to be doing in my life and to just focus on writing. Her routine is the only other routine I've done is Virginia Woolf's, and she didn't write that much every day, but she did write pretty consistently. Whereas I don't know how Sylvia Plath has, as I said at the beginning of this video, was really struggled a lot to stick to her routines, and she had many different ones all of the time. So maybe that's why she, in the early part of her life, wrote for so many hours a day. I didn't actually end up writing for 6 hours. I think I wrote for about 4 hours in total, or just under 4, 3.5 or something like that, just something like that in total. But I think if I ever do follow her routine again, which I'm curious to do, because I got a lot of writing done in that short time that I did write, or in the few hours that I did write, if I follow her routine again in the future, I will definitely actually do the whole 6 hours. I will block out some, I will make sure that I don't have any other work that needs to get done that day, so that I can spend all 6 hours writing. It honestly helps to have a time where you have to force yourself to just sit down and write. I honestly didn't think I was actually going to write anything. I thought I was just going to edit the stuff that I had written previously. But as soon as I sat down and actually forced myself to work on the story, all of the ideas, and I had no ideas for how the story was going to continue, to be honest. I had like a few points that I wanted to touch on, and as soon as I sat down to write and thought, just like, let my imagination flow, I got an idea and it's going swimmingly. So there's a lot to be said for forcing yourself to write. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. It may have been a little bit chaotic, and I didn't speak very much, but I will leave my interpretation of her routine in the description box. I will time block it out for you if you want to follow her routine as well. I will also leave the links to the articles that I used to do research for this, and I will also link the video of her voice that I used in the video. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. I really enjoyed making this video, and I am very excited to do some more routine videos. I don't know whose routine I'm going to do next, so if you have a favorite writer, or if you're just interested to see a certain writer's routine, you can leave it in the comments below and I will try and find their routine. Not everybody's routines are readily available, because some people didn't document their lives as well as Virginia and Sylvia did. They don't write journals and all that kind of stuff and letters, so that we can do, so that we can snoop into their lives after they have died and see what they did with their daily lives. But if you have a writer you'd like me to do a routine for, leave them in the comments below and I will try my best to find their routine. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. It really helps. It really supports my channel. It is basically how I've gained, I think, most of my subscribers, from that Virginia Woolf video I made. It is the most viewed video on my channel by far, and yeah, giving the videos a like really helps them get seen by more people. And if you would like to subscribe, if you're new and you'd like to subscribe, you can do that. If you want to see more bookish content from me, more writers' routines, more reading vlogs, more other interesting book things, you can subscribe. I don't have anything else to say, so I'll see you all next week with my next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.